Hey guys, I'm Chris, your real estate problem solver. Now, is the cost of living in Warner Robins going to be higher or lower than where you're currently at? Well, let's go through this video real quick and I'll show you what we've got here. Since I know what's here and I know what the prices are, I can go through a few scenarios and show you what we've got, and then you can compare that to where you are currently and see how it stacks up. So let's go. So one of the ways to explain to you how the cost of living is in Warner Robins is to show you some of the other prices of the commodities that you're going to be dealing with. And of course, top of the list would be the grocery store. So let's go in here and take a look at the grocery list and see how it compares to where you're at now. So let's see, we've got russet potatoes for $1.19 each. Let's see, 5-pound bag of russets for $5 a bag. Red potatoes, $6 a bag. Let's see, got Macintosh apples for $1.50 a bag. It's like about a 3-pound bag. So let's see, Coke is running $9 a pack. Alright, so let's look at the eggs. We've got the standard store brands for $2.79, and then you've got some of the organics for $6 an 18 pack. Moving over here to the milk, let's see, $3.60 a gallon for all the milk. Let's see. You got Black Label bacon. Let's see, it's $6.79. Smithfield $7.39, which is on sale. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of what the meat prices are. Let's go take a look at some steaks. I didn't say what kind of steaks. How about tuna steaks? $7 a pound. Let's see, Nature's Promise turkey, $4.37 a pound. So ground beef, 80% is looks like $5.29 a pound. So, yeah, this is why I let my wife take care of this stuff, because I'm choking on these prices. Say Charmin Ultra Gentle for $16.59. Quilted Northern, $12 with special conditions. And of course, the grocery list is not done without bread. You got Sunbeam at $3.50 for the giant loaves. You got Sara Lee for the standard loaves, about $4. So that gives you a little idea on the grocery prices in Warner Robins. Now, since another cost of living in general areas that's geographically specific is building supplies. So I figure we come to the local building supply store and show you what the building supplies are going for right now. So the most common ones would be like pre-cut studs or 3/8 wall sheathing. So let's take a look. So here for your standard 8-foot, we got $4.75. And for pre-cut studs, they're currently going for $3.64. Okay, and now for the plywood, let's see, 3/8, 4x8s, standard 3-ply, $26.50. $27.80, 4-ply, and then 1/2 inch, run about $45. I was going to show you the 3/4 floorboards, but they don't have a price on them, so can't exactly put it in here, so, but you get the idea. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. What do we got here? 3/4 floorboards are running $32 a piece right now. And of course that's subject to change because, you know, the prices for lumber changes all the time. And this is a far cry from what the lumber spike we had back in December and November. So prices have come down in this area. But if you're a builder, if you're a flipper, that kind of gives you an idea on what kind of prices we've got on building supplies in this area. So of course gas prices are going to be one of the indicators of cost of living in Warner Robins. So let's take a look at what the gas prices are around here and see how they compare up to yours. Right now, our gas prices for just regular gas is running anywhere from about $3 up to almost $3.30 a gallon. Non-ethanol gas is running around $3.50 a gallon, and diesel is running about $3.80 a gallon. So hopefully that'll give you a little idea on another indication of what the cost of living is in this area. All right, now of course you looking up a video about the cost of living of Warner Robins, you're naturally looking for a specific target subject, namely real estate. So let's get into the real estate side of the cost of living in Warner Robins. Right now is the median price range for houses in Warner Robins is running about $280,000. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to pay that much or that little. Right now, the market is kind of slow, but the prices have gone extremely high this year because of the slow market, because of the interest rate changes. And a lot of people that have the 2%, 3%, and 4% interest rates, they don't want to let go of those houses. So let's go to the office, take a look on the internet, and show you a couple of the houses around here that are available and give you an idea if when you come down here to Georgia and you decide you want to buy a house, you'll have an idea on what kind of price points you're looking for. Okay, so of course any area that you look at for buying a house in Warner Robins is going to have a wide range of different price points at all levels. So we're just going to start at the lower side and work our way up. So currently in the active market as it is right now, from the north side of Warner Robins around the airport all the way down through Perry and all of Houston County, let's go with the first criteria of a basic plain Jane 3-bed 2-bath with a square footage of 13 to 1800 square feet. Okay, so based on that, we have a listing of about 52 houses, ranging anywhere from $100,000 all the way up to $290, and ones that's pushing $300, but that one's a little bit extreme. So let's go with a couple examples here. This particular house on Collins Avenue is actually a single wide. It's an older established single wide house on half an acre of land in one of the northern sides of Warner Robins. Now, if we step up the price point a little bit higher to, let's say, 150,000, we'll get you a more of a middle of the road house in Warner Robins, like this one on Bowden Drive, which is a clapboard vinyl siding, hardwood floors, some updating, more in the 1,500 square foot range, and one of the more established neighborhoods. Now, if we go up to our medium price point for Warner Robins, which is around 250 to 280, you start getting into the larger mid-size houses, brick houses. Most of these are going to be the rehabbed or remodeled older houses, or you start getting into the new construction houses. This one here is a rehabbed house that just came on the market on Bryson Way, which, as you can tell, been repainted. Looks like the flooring has been definitely been buffed. The walls have been repainted. So this is what's going to be the price point around the 280, 250 mark. And then if you go into the top of the line for what we're looking at in the way of 3-bed, 2-bath, 13 to 1800 square feet, now you're getting, like I said, getting into the more newer houses. This is a 2018 model, about a mile from the base, and it is going for $290,000. It's actually pending right now, but it gives you an idea of what kind of house that that price point is going to get you. All right, so let's step up at the price points a little bit and go up to 1,800 square feet up to 2,200 square feet. Now, since these are a little bit larger houses, of course, they've got room for a few more bedrooms. So we'll make this criteria 3-bedroom to 5-bedroom and 2-bath to 4-bath with 1,800 to 2,200 square feet total. So let's take a look at what we've got here. So now this criteria in the Warner Robins area, your cost of living on buying the house is running anywhere from about 165 on the low end, running up all the way to 370 and 470 on the high end, depending on where you go. So let's take a look at some of these. All right, on the low end, we've got the 165. We got 511 Navarro, which is currently on the market. It is a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,000 square foot house. This one's actually a split level house in a more established neighborhood. Of course, it looks like it's got some dated decor, original hard wood and plywood cabinets, but it's been repainted. It looks nice. So that's kind of an example of what the lower end price point would be for 18 to 2,200 square feet. Now, if we go to the mid-range, 280, which again is the median price point for the Warner Robins Middle Georgia area, we've got a new construction as a good example right here that just been finished for 280. It's a brick house, brick all the way around. Of course, you can tell the sod has just been laid, and it's granite shower, garden tub, 2-sink granite kitchen or bathroom sinks, 2-story hardwood floor throughout, or should I say luxury vinyl planks. These are hard vinyl planks. Wrought iron railing, ceiling fans, and so forth. So again, new construction. And then, of course, you get to the top of the 2,100 square foot. You've got an example like Foster Sidney Court in Bonaire, which is a 4-bed, 3-bath, and this one is 2,150 square feet. This is one of the newer, more established neighborhoods, of course. This one is brick all around, luxury vinyl plank flooring, granite countertops. And this one, the sellers look like they have not moved out yet, so they're using their furniture as staging. Looks very nice. So this is one of the higher insides for the price point that we were talking about, 18 to 2,200 square feet. So let's go to the next one. All right, so now let's go at the top of the market for Middle Georgia and see what your cost of living is going to be. Now, in this scenario, of course, it's still 3-bed to 5-bed because that's kind of the universal range for any house, any standard house. 2-bath to 4-bath, and the square footage, we're going to try 2,200 square feet all the way up to 4,000. Now, there are a few above 4,000, but those are kind of special cases. So let's take a look. All right, so in this criteria, actually, we've got the highest inventory currently right now for this criteria in Middle Georgia. And we're running anywhere from a 2,400 square foot 4-bath at 170, which is Navarro again, all the way up to 470, 499, 555, and one particular one on Alabama for 1.7 million, which I am betting that is, number one, a typo and or multiple properties, because I know where Alabama is, and there is nothing in there for $1 million. So it would probably either be a typo or a multiple house listing. So let's take a look at a few of these. All right, so on the lower end of this criteria, we've got 105 North Pleasant Hill. Now this is an older established area, nice brick house, original brick and hardwood floors, large lot, screened in back porch. Like I said, hardwood floors, a real fireplace, and then of course a second story, and real wood cabinets. So if we go to the mid-range for this price point, or this size house point, should I say, we have an example like here at 108 Tranquil Point. Now 108 Tranquil Point is a it's not an older established neighborhood. This is more of the mid-late 90s neighborhood. All brick house, 2-car garage, a little more extravagant floor plan, a little bit more extravagant landscape too. And then you're looking on the inside. If we get to the pictures on the inside, there we go. Now that's a little bit more extravagant, a little more exotic floor plan, a little more elaborate decor. Some of the rounded corners, the elaborate fireplace, hardwood plank flooring, granite countertops, a little bit more extravagant woodwork. And of course we have a little bit more elaborate bathrooms with garden tub and the hall glass showers. So now we go to the top of the line for this square footage, and we have an example like 300 Garnett. Now this one's a $466,000 house. It's just been finished. It's only been listed for 2 days. And this is going to be one of your more elaborate house examples for Middle Georgia. Examples like, first of all, the 8-sided corner rooms, the more elaborate archway entrances, the rounded corner edges, the wrought iron railing for the stairs. The balcony look is pretty popular with these larger, more expensive houses. And here's an inside example of that rounded corner living room that you saw from the outside. And of course, granite countertops, luxury vinyl plank, can lighting, drop ceiling lighting also. And these are running between anywhere from $400,000 to $530,000. Glass showers, separate garden tub. So this gives you a little bit of an idea of what you're paying for when you come into Middle Georgia. Okay, so I hope that information kind of helps you when deciding to move to Warner Robins and giving you an idea of what the cost of living is. Of course, I'll be honest, I didn't really want to do a cost of living video, mainly because the prices of everything is subject to change on a moment's notice. So, but I figured if we're going to do one, there's a lot of people that were asking for an idea on what the cost of living in Warner Robins is. So figure we'd go ahead and do it, and if the price changes it that much, then we'll just do another video. Okay, and now for the bonus round. One of the aspects that I forgot to mention about for the cost of living in Warner Robins, since this is a military town and a lot of the our family that is moving into this area are military affiliated, I thought it would be nice to go ahead and put in what the base housing allowance is for the military members in this area, because of course that can be factored into the mortgage payments and the type of house that you can afford to buy when you move here. So if you're military, hang on real quick and we're going to show you the BAH for this area. Alright, so let's take a look at the base housing allowance for the Warner Robins Air Force Base location. Now this is a chart that's easy to find. It's on military.com if you want to go look for it. But the first section that we have here is going to be E1s through E9s, and then warrant officers, and then officers from 01 up to 07. So let's roll down to Robins location, and we have, these are so close together it's kind of hard to see them. Oh, there we go. Golf Alpha 076. Alright, so from E1 to E4 is going to be now this is without dependents, okay, so you're going to get a little bit more if you do have dependents, but this chart is just for singles without dependents. We've got 1209 up to staff, and then it goes up to 1400, 1550, or sorry, 1515, 1605, and 1731. And then seniors getting 1767. Alright, if we move up to the officers at 01, we're starting out at 1512, and then going up to 1665, 1788, 1950, 2013, 2109, and then 2145. So that's a locality base housing allowance for the Robins Air Force Base. All right, well that's the cost of living for Warner Robins area, and I hope this helps you out, and I hope the BAH chart kind of gave you an idea on how to budget for the cost of living here in Warner Robins. And if you have any questions about the real estate market in Middle Georgia, make sure to contact me. My number's down below, and we'll talk to you on the next video, and good luck.